Hey there, do you want to learn how to build real business credit, six-figure business credit, and $50,000 lines of credit on your credit card? If you want to do, go below and enter into the business credit workshop where we teach you, or I teach you, everything that I did to get these six figures, these high limits credit lines. And I'll teach you how to do it, teach you how to set up everything, teach you how to set up your corporations. The link is below, so go check that out. So let's get into this video. So let me go ahead and tell you the story of how I got the QuickBooks line of credit for $125,000. Well, it's a QuickBooks loan. Now, typically to get this, you have to have a QuickBooks account. You can't just go ahead and apply without having a QuickBooks account. And number two, and this is very, very, very important, what you got to show is money going in and out of your business checking accounts. If you do not have QuickBooks and a business and cash flow, you cannot get access to this loan product. You cannot get it. I don't want to be here talking about you could just show up with your good credit score and get all this credit, because we're about to head into a recession and a lot of credit criteria is getting tighter and tighter and tighter. I'm going to say this, by the end of this year, as we go into next year, unless you have A1 credit, great repayment record, and more importantly, experience level with these banks, it's going to be pretty hard to get significant business credit out of these banks. Just my opinion. All right, so I set up my QuickBooks for my holding company and I was doing certain things. And one day I noticed that, hey, you can get a QuickBooks capital loan. So I go ahead and apply for it. And here's the thing, and QuickBooks already has access to your business checking account. So should be pretty quickly. And typically with QuickBooks, you're not going to get their best products out the gate. My first loan was for $60,000. And right here, there should be documentation of me getting that $60,000 loan. And there should be documentation of me with the $125,000 loan, which I just got. Now these loans go up to $150,000. And these are loans that you can get without providing your tax return. And it's pretty nifty. Because let's go ahead and have a conversation. There is a loan industry for business credit. And man, I'll share a story with you. I was just running some numbers, doing some experimentation, and I got a $20,000 loan from this company. And the process is pretty crucial. They want to actually sign in to your business checking account. They want the password, they want to actually have access, which kind of unnerved me a little bit, because after that I changed my password, because typically you cannot get into my checking account without, even if you had the password, if you did not enter in from a browser that was recognized, you cannot get into my checking account. But it just kind of spooked me out. So I go ahead and get this $20,000 loan, and this is one of the things that they downgraded, because it was supposed to be $30,000, and they downgraded because what they look at is your checking account activity for the last 3 months. And because I had a month, because if you didn't know, the first part of this year I was revamping my business. I really wasn't selling anything, so I didn't have a lot to show in the checking account. So they gave me $20,000. Take a wild guess the transaction fee for this $20,000. Take a wild guess. And the company that I got this loan, they were contacting me. They was like, hey, you need more capital, you need more capital. And frankly, I don't want to go through it. The whole intrusiveness and the whole thing, and this is something else with this loan. You cannot pay them once a month. No. They take their payments out of your business checking account every day. So I've got $247 coming out of my business checking account every day. And this will go on until July, August, September, October, November. And I'll be done with these folks in December, and I'll never do it again. Now, if you didn't guess, I'm going to tell you how much this loan of $20,000 was. The transaction fee was $10,000. So Why is that number important? Guess what the transaction fee is with this QuickBooks loan for me getting $125,000, $10,000. And this is one of the things. I chose to pay it off in 12 months. They gave me 12 months, they gave me 18 months, and they gave me 24 months. Because this is my second loan with QuickBooks Capital. So they give you, because essentially I could have got this loan and I could have made my payments for 24 months and I could have made payments of 6 something. And, looking back at it, because essentially they give you a lot more options. But I want you to think about this. I borrowed $20,000 from this one company. They want $10,000, total of $30,000 repayment. I can get $125,000 from QuickBooks Capital with the same repayment rate. You see, this is one of the things, because I'm just like, some of the stuff I do for YouTube and I do for experimentation. And let me go ahead and just say this. The QuickBooks Capital loan is pretty easy to get. You just have to have a QuickBooks account. They have to have access to your business checking, and you just set that up and boom, you can get it without submitting your tax documents. Now, this is something else. Going forward, I think it's going to get harder and harder to get business funding without providing some documentation. Just a theory that's happening, because I look at this QuickBooks loan product versus this other loan. I'm not mentioning the company's name, because there's a whole industry of people out there providing business funding with extremely high interest rates. Because I just looked at that, because the guy hit me up. He's like, you need more funding? We can get you another loan. And I'm just like, not at these interest rates. No. Because here's the thing. You want to keep your personal credit good. You want to have the best personal credit that you have. Like at the moment, my lowest credit score is 795 on Equifax, and my highest credit score is 815 on Experian. And TransUnion is about 800. So here's another little secret. I rarely use my personal credit. I have a multitude of personal credit cards I don't use. Why? Because my personal credit is for me to get business credit. And I think QuickBooks Capital does a soft pull. That's when you're filling out the loan application, you have to put your name, you have to put your income, you have to put your address and all of this. But I did not see a hard inquiry on my credit reports. So I want you to think, you can get $125,000. Now, here's the thing. You've got to have, I'm going to say, $100,000 going through your business checking account to get, I think I had that account that they were hooked up to. I think I had $150,000 go through the last month. And that wasn't consistent. I didn't have $150,000 go through the last 3 months. So you need to have, I'm going to say, $75,000 to $150,000 collectively going through your business checking accounts for the last 3 months to be eligible to get this loan. Now, this is something else. On your first QuickBooks Capital loan, the payments is going to be pretty steep. My first QuickBooks Capital loan, which was $60,000, I paid them $60,000 plus $4,000 in interest because I paid it off early. My loan payments were $7,200 per month. Once again, that is $7,200 per month. On this current loan, my loan payment is $11,232 per month. Now, once again, I just chose the shorter loan term because I'm going to pay the loan off much quicker than what happens. And what happens is once you pay it off, give them about a week and then they'll let you know if you can get more capital. And I can tell you from personal experience that if you go ahead, get the loan, make your payments early or on time, and you pay this loan off, you can get more capital without having to provide documentation. So this loan is a win, but once again, you need to have a real business making money. This is not something you can finesse your way into or finagle your way into or just show up. You actually have to have a real business checking accounts, and you have to have cash flow. Now, here's something else. If you want to go ahead and get into the business credit workshop, there's a methodology that I teach you to make you eligible for this loan and many more. Yes, once again, there are many things that you have to do. There are many things that you can do to set yourself up where you can put yourself in a position to get up to $150,000 loan without providing any documentation. It's all about having the proper paperwork. Once you have the proper paperwork, this opens the door for you to get an incredible amount of funding if you know what to do. And this is one of the things that we will teach you in the business credit workshop. So go below, enter into the workshop, and you will learn everything that you need to learn on how to get business credit. There will be experiences with American Express. There will be experiences with Truist. There'll be business experiences with PNC. And as I go out and get more business credit, I will document my experience of the things that they do, the credit bureaus they pull, and all of that. All of that will be in the business credit workshop course. Links below. All right, so I feel that the QuickBooks Capital Loan is an awesome product, and it's a way for you to get cash. But once again, you got to remember, you have to be in the position to make these payments because these are short-term loans. 24 months is considered a short-term loan. So if you borrow $150,000, you could expect the minimum payment to be $7,500, your higher payment to be about $13,000 per month. So these are not loans for people to be playing around with. These are not loans that if you don't have enough capital for you to acquire and utilize. So really be careful. All right, that's all I got. My name is Glendon Cameron. We'll see you guys in the next video.